Hello guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Nastasia and this is actually going to be the first coloring video that I post to the channel. I figured I've loved coloring for a couple years now and I would really like to be able to share a part of what I do with the rest of the community. So in this video I'm actually going to show you completed pieces of artwork that I've done. Of course I have some whips and things, works in progress, but I will show those to you at a later time. Today I'm just going to focus on really the completed pieces. And this is little baby mouse. She is actually usually on my art desk here, so that's why I've included her in this video. So this first piece of art is from my grandmother. She actually is the one that originally got me into coloring in the first place. She would color pictures of princesses with Crayola pencils. And you'll notice that she usually really liked doing the makeup and their clothing. So I have a few from her that she did like that. And I apologize if the camera work isn't perfect or the lighting. I'm new. I'm just trying to kind of get my bearings with this, so I'm sure I'll improve as time goes on. And then this one, you can see the blush, the lipstick. So I've been coloring since 2017. A lot of these first pictures are done with the loose leaf pages that I tore out of books. And the reason for that is because I've since downsized my art supplies quite a bit, and so I donated a lot of books to fellow colorists, and I only really kept the ones that I felt I would get the most use out of. So you will recognize some of these loose pages from books that I have since removed. In the next video, I'm hoping to show you the supplies that I actually use. This page I did with Crayola Twistables. It's before I had any like artist quality pencils. And I remember when I finished this page, I really thought to myself, wow, like this can really be interesting. You can really make these images your own. So I started getting more and more creative. I have to admit, I was pretty concerned, or self-conscious, I guess, to even start this channel, thinking, you know, maybe there's people, nobody will really want to watch me or like what I do, but I figured I like watching videos like this, so what's the harm in kind of going for it? You know, life's too short to just not take a chance. And then I really like coloring these birds. I do this stippling technique, and I just feel like it makes a really cool effect. Typically for that type of stippling, I'll use Staedtler fine lining markers or pens. And I really like mixing all the colors to get the finished product. On this channel, I'm also hoping to do a few color alongs. This is one that I turned into one of those musical mice from Coraline. That was really fun. And we have another tropical bird here, also done in that stippling technique. And then I got the book Fantasia. Got a lot of practice with people. This is actually the first page I ever did with polychromo pencils. I was practicing with polychromos, and then I used chalk pastels in the background there. And we have this snow warrior. I've since, I think, gotten a lot better at skin tones, but I really like how her crystal ball came out. All of these were done like while I was on winter break from college one year. I was getting my bachelor's in history, and then just this past spring I finished up with my master's degree in applied history. This one I was really, really proud of when I finished it, and I did this one in Prismas. Alright, now we're going to go on to books. I have about 14 coloring books at the current moment here. So this first one is Romantic Country. It's the first in the series. Amazingly enough, all the images in her books were drawn with toothpicks and ink, which is really amazing. As you can see here, this one was done just a few months ago, and hopefully you can see I did add some glitter watercolors, and then I manually drew the moon in as well and painted it. And then I did this Halloween one for October, and the glittery bits are stickles, which I've gotten some stickles pretty recently, and I really, really love them. And then I stenciled in that background. And I know I said I'm not showing whips, but this is the one that I'm currently working on. So I just figured I'd show you what's going on. And I'm hoping to use stickles for all the snow. I really love the little duck that she includes on every page, just about. I really, really enjoy seeing the duck throughout the books. Alright, this is Romantic Country, the second tale. So let me see here. This was one of the first double page spreads that I ever completed. And I did this one using twistables. Yes. So you can just start coloring with anything, you know, don't think that you need really expensive fancy pencils to do a nice job. This page reminded me a lot of Anne of Green Gables, and I actually did this page when I was recovering from my wisdom teeth removal. I had all 4 removed, so it's kind of funny how, like, when I look back at these books, I can remember what I was feeling or what was going on with my life when I was doing these pages. And then this is another one. Little house I'd love to live in. I did the trees pink. I really like how that turned out. And then have this like mysterious forest. I did this one pretty recently, and there's like glitter paint on her dress. And then this double page spread, of the balloons, all the hot air balloons. And that was done this year as well. So now, this is the book that I would say I definitely have the most completed images in, because I started doing it just page for page in order, and I started this October of 2018. Summer Nights. Really love her artwork. It's super creative. So I was just working out of this book for a really long time, just doing each page in order. This page I actually really didn't like how it first turned out when I was finished with it, but I've come to really like it a lot more. Let me just readjust myself here. I love this page. That is also done with some stippling. This is the first page I did with Inktense pencils. Just trying to explore how to use those. And then this page, I did this background here with Prismacolors, and I was trying to have it look like lights in a camera. We have a couple of like mixed media. Not every page I finished. There were a few in here that I've started. Didn't quite finish yet. I love how this owl turned out. I made every feather a little gemstone. And this is one of my favorite people pages. That I've ever done. That took me a month. Let me skip a little bit. Did this lady. The background turned out really, really fun. And then I did glitter gel pens on all of her jewels. I think this picture's pretty sweet, and if you look in certain lights you can see all the little glitters I added. This page here I did with twistables. Those Crayola twistables that you don't have to sharpen. And this is one that I did for a friend. She was the secretary for our department here, and her whole office is bees. Bee themed, and she actually keeps bees and sells the honey. So I wanted to do a bee picture for her and give it to her for as a gift. Alright, I think that's it for that book. Summer Nights. Next up we have Spirit Animals. This one actually, let me adjust real quick, sorry. This one actually won a Halloween coloring contest with one of the groups I'm a part of. Kind of looks like Queen Victoria. This one I did this year. I was watching Children of the Corn when I finished it. And then this is almost done here, so I included it. Thought her hair was really, really nice. Alright, and then we have Millie Marotta. I absolutely love her work, and I especially like it for like my stippling stuff. Here is the first one. I did this one when I was watching Anne of Green Gables. Wonder, do you guys watch anything or listen to anything while you color? I like watching or listening to creepypastas. This is a peacock that I stippled. I think this killed 2 or 3 pens for me. Took me about a month to complete. You can see. I like how it turned out. I was really happy when I was done with it though. And then we have this guy. Lots of fun colors, and again here I'll zoom in so you can kind of see the dots. This is one that I'm working on now at the moment as well. These frogs. Some flamingos. My mom loves flamingos. So I was doing one for her. Mandala. Love this one. Colors are very like 70s. Here, I'll zoom in so you can kind of see. And then finally, we have this snake. Which also took a pretty long time. Next, we have beautiful birds and treetop treasures. So this first one here, this page I actually completed with Prismas a day or 2 after I ended up getting engaged to my now husband. So that's pretty cute. This one, I did not stipple this one either. Colored it straight in. This one where I attempted to paint the background. I don't love the background, but you live and you learn. And I have this one, which is stippled, and this one actually was the like group picture for one of the coloring groups I'm a part of, so that was really, really exciting. That was kind of the first time anything I ever did was noticed. So now, Fairy Miracles by Clara Markova. Her artwork is really pretty, very detailed though. I've only done a few. Oops. This was done mainly with twistables, and then in the background I used Inktense pencils. This one I started and I just wanted to show because I really like how it is turning out. And then this one that I just did this year. And this was kind of a mixed media as well. This book is so cute. Fanciful Dogs in Secret Places. I just recently got this. I bought it the same day that I bought Midnight Sun, which I'm currently reading. Really, really excited to finally have that book. Love Twilight. This is the only page I've gotten done in it at the current moment. And then we have Worlds Within Worlds, which is one of his newest, which is one of his newer books, I believe. As you can see, kind of has that glittery effect. And one more. And this was the first time I tried to do space. And they gave the little alpacas halos. My only grayscale book, Intricate Ink Animals. These I feel like I can complete pretty quickly. I'm just sitting down and straight working on one. Let me turn this for you. I've never really tried markers or anything on these books. Oh, I think I missed one. Maybe not. Alright, and then we have Alan Roberts' Beauty of Horror. I did have the first and second one, but there was a lot of pictures that I didn't want to color in it, so I ended up giving those two away, and I've kept this one. Really like the circus theme. Really, really enjoy that. This one I did recently as well with polychromo pencils, and I blend with that Gamsol. And this is one I did, I believe it was last year, yep. Alright. We have this one, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, it's really cute. I find with this book though, I hate the way that the paper feels when I'm coloring in it. But I can just lay something down. And then lastly, the Tattoo Flash coloring book. This one I've done a few in to play around with, and then my sister-in-law and I, we split it, and then my husband also does one. So this is his side, this is my side. This is one that I did try and do with some markers, some girls,